Okay, y'all, so how you doing today? Welcome to my humble abode. It is nice to finally see you again. I know, it's been some time since I actually posted a long form video on YouTube, and I would say, hey, I'm going to be consistent and I'm going to post more. But I'm not going to do that, because when I do that, guess what happens? I'll be lying, and I'm trying to do this thing that is like not to lie to myself. So I'm gonna just be real with y'all. Like, I desire to do more. However, I haven't required myself to do more on this end specifically. But here we are, and I hope that you guys have been having a wonderful life. I'm glad that I could be here to help you, help me, help us. I don't really know what to call this segment, but I do want to get on the camera more and just communicate with you all, because that is something I 100% enjoy doing, and I definitely enjoy being able to motivate, inspire, and just help others through their journey in ways that I have been helped in my journey, or just based off of my own experience. Like, my experience has taught me so much, so if I can help somebody ease through their journey, or feel more confident in their journey, or feel more, whatever the case may be, I want to be that person. Like, I want to be one of those people in your life to help. And so if you don't know who I am, my name is Queeney, and I am a barber. I started off as a cosmetologist, a master cosmetologist, and then I crossed over to the barbering world. But y'all, it took me literally 3 times of going to cosmetology school before I actually graduated. And I took my test to get my license twice. And so, I mean, that would honestly be a cool story to talk about if you guys want a sort of story time on why it took me 3 times to graduate. And even though it did take me that time, like, I feel like I'm in a great spot in my career. And I have so much more that I want to do in my career. So specifically today, y'all, and I know I'm looking at my phone because I'm trying to find my notes. Because if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. Even though I'm technically getting ready, but I have the notes, So who's not ready for real, Anyways, so I did the Bonner Brothers hair show this weekend, and I wish that I had footage to show y'all, but I did not take any footage. And it's like, that's weird. You're a content creator. Why wouldn't you have taken footage? Y'all, I was so focused on leading my conversation and my platform, my stage presence with confidence, and just being very informative and providing the knowledge and wisdom that, people who were coming around the stage, what they needed. And so, because in shows prior to this one, I kind of found myself being very nervous every time I would get on stage, because I do have a sense of stage fright, that I would kind of let that stage fright and that fear override what it is that I knew I could offer and bring to the table. I wanted to see if I do things different, will I get a different outcome, and I did. And so I don't regret not focusing on the content this time, because I made such a transformation when it came to actually being able to provide what I know I can provide on the actual stage. So at the show, a lot of people were asking about like pricing, and specifically like the target audience, right? And I kind of wanted to touch on both of those. When it comes to how you price your clients, I mean, hold on. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Oh my gosh. I almost just died. I almost took me out. Thank you, God, for saving my life. Because it's just me and you here. Y'all can't help me because y'all on the other side of the screen. In order to figure out how you want to price your services, you first need to understand who your target audience is. Seems like it's such a small thing to address when it comes to your business, or when it comes to, let's say that you don't have a business, but you're operating as a contractor. You still kind of have a business without having the LLC, so you may as well just go get it, But that's up to you. when it comes to operating for yourself, you do want to understand who your target audience is. And because this is what's going to help you have an idea of what you want to charge your clients, what services you're going to be offering, where your focus is going to be going. And I know it seems like, oh, if you have a target audience, you're telling everybody else who's outside of your target audience, don't come. That's not true. But you have to find something to focus on, because if you don't focus on anything, then nothing's gonna grow, because whatever you focus on, it grows, right? Whatever you decide to focus on, it's going to grow. Like, whether it's how you focus on taking care of your plants. Guess what? If you don't put no focus on taking care of your plants, it's gonna die, okay? So when it comes to your clients or your target audience, you want to put focus in that area so that that area can essentially grow. So some of the important things when it comes to your to identifying what your target audience is, you want to think about your ethnic diversity. Your ethnic diversity is going to help you understand what hair types that you actually desire. And we're specifically talking to barbers and hairstylists, but if you're watching this and you want to apply this to another part of your business, please do, feel free. Anyways, so you want to understand the distinct hair textures that it is that you desire to work with, that you master, or that you desire to master. If you're just starting off and you don't really know which one that you like, test it out. You know what I'm saying? And if you desire more straight hair clients, then that is your target audience. If you desire, or you just do it really well, like I think at one point I desired having more straight hair clients, but I cut coarse hair so well. And it's not that I don't cut straight hair so well. That's just what gravitated more towards me when it came to my learning styles and just what I frequently find myself doing or looking at. My food about to be here, y'all. The next one is kind of under the same boat. It's cultural diversity. So this one is more so to help you understand who the people are that's going to be sitting in your chair, right? And you want to understand the cultural aspect of your clientele, because some cultures see certain things as respect and see other things as disrespect. And so when you are creating an environment for your clients, you want to make sure that they're as comfortable as possible. I don't really have the model that the client is always right, but I do definitely want to make sure that every client is comfortable and they feel like they belong where they are paying their money to be, and where they're also supporting your business to be. So we want to make sure that we understand who we are searching for when it comes to the cultural aspect of our clientele. These two that I just named, they are not a huge specific to have in your target audience, but it can be beneficial to have these two in your target audience. Every time I get off one subject of diversity, I go into my Uber Eats to see if my food was here. It's not here yet. I don't have the app, so I think that's why I keep looking back at it. Oh, but they about to turn on my street though. They said it's 3 minutes away. All right, anyways. I'm about to go downstairs, y'all. I'll be back. All right, y'all, my food is here, so let's wrap this up, you know, because your girl likes to eat her food hot. Anyways, okay, so then the next one that you want to focus on is the age diversity. I'm sure you guys know that, like, 9 times out of 10, 16-year-olds are not going to want the same exact cut as 40-year-olds, right? So identifying what age group that you really want to focus on is really, really, really going to help you understand what type of services you're going to be providing. 9 times out of 10, a 16-year-old is not coming to be pampered. They just want their cut. They probably want that little pencil line around their head, and they probably want enhancements. So identifying what age group it is that you want is really going to help. It's going to help you identify your services. Gender diversity. Gender diversity is obviously important. If you enjoy doing women's hair and you're a barber, you want to make sure that your services are circulating doing women's hair. Women like to get color in their hair. Women like to get their hair styled. Some women like to have makeup done with their hair. So identifying these are also going to help you find ways to grow within your brand, instead of having to just see all the trends that are happening out here and go based off of the trends. Because it doesn't make sense that if your target audience is women who love color, it doesn't necessarily make sense for you to be offering, it doesn't necessarily make sense for you to offer like beard services, like in-depth beard services. So to have like an HD beard service where like you're dyeing the beard, it doesn't necessarily make sense to have that on your menu. You can have it on your menu because obviously your menu is your menu, but you want to find ways to build up with your target audience. And then the last one is socioeconomic diversity, which is what really is going to tie everything together and figuring out your prices. So this is whether you want to be, and I'm gonna just keep it short, whether you want to be luxury services or if you want to be budget friendly services. You can be either or. One is not better than the other, but being able to identify which one it is that you want to be in your business is definitely going to help you to retain clients and to figure out your price points and the services that you're offering. If you're offering budget friendly services and your target audience is more of the everyday Joe, you know what I'm saying? The one who maybe is a family man who works 5 days out the week at a set time. This person may not necessarily want an entire grooming service. This person may just want a haircut and maybe a hot towel and go about their business. But if you have somebody who really invests in their looks in every other arena of their life, it's not going to be any different when it comes to their hair. So you want to make sure that you're offering more value in your service, and you want to make sure that your menu is geared more towards people who invest in their look and maybe who are short on time, or people who can't come in every Friday at 2 o'clock. So these are things that you want to think of when you're trying to identify your target audience and when you're trying to figure out what services and pricing that you're going to offer. I hope that this helps. I will do a part 2. So hopefully you took notes, and now that you have all of the ways that you can identify your target audience, it's a great time to start trying to create a statement for your target audience. So now in your head, this is what I'm going for, and that's going to help you in all arenas of your business when it comes to your clientele. So I'm going to give you an example of a target audience statement that I created. It says, at so-and-so business, which is whatever your business is, we specialize in providing personalized hair care solutions for women with curly and coily hair textures. So now you can see it has the textures in it, it has the gender in it. Our services cater to the needs of busy urban professionals in their 30s. So now we have socioeconomic and we have age, who value convenience without compromising on quality. And that also goes back to the luxury. We strive to create a welcoming and inclusive environment where every client feels empowered and confident in their unique beauty. So that one touches on the cultural diversity. So we tapped every single thing that we just talked about. We tapped it and put it into our target audience. This is a very clear statement of who I am seeking. So now that I know exactly who I'm seeking, I know exactly what services to provide and what services to strive to provide. I know exactly where my price point is and where my price point can end up over the years, right? So somebody specifically had asked me yesterday, when you are reaching for your target audience, but you've been all over the place in the past years with the clients that you've been bringing in, how do you now focus on a certain group? So the key with that is you're going to be focused. Once you understand who your target audience is, that's your job now. Your job is to focus solely on them. We appreciate all the clients that we get who walk in the door, who want to support us, who want to experience our services. We appreciate everybody. Just because you have a target audience doesn't mean that you shun out or cut off anybody. Naturally, what's going to happen though is once you start focusing on your target audience is going to grow, and the people who don't fit in that naturally, or the people who don't desire those services, are going to cut themselves out. So let's say that this guy who I talked to yesterday, it seemed like his business was doing pretty well for itself, and his clientele was here. So let's say that this is about 80, let's say that this is 100%, because we don't know. So he could have been 100% full, but he never had a target audience, right? But he does want to focus on a target audience because now he understands that in order to grow, in order to expand, and in order to grow in the way that he wants to, he's going to have to figure out who it is that he's actually talking to. Because if you don't know who you're talking to, then you're going to be providing service, all type of services. So he's here with everybody coming in, right? What's going to happen is once he identifies who his target audience is, he's going to just see that maybe 30% of those people are that, right? Now this is his focus. So there's a whole 70% of people who are still coming to him right now, but they don't, now he's not offering some of the services that they used to get or that they want. So now you're going to have some of that, some of the 70 come down. You're going to have some of that decrease, right? So now let's say that with 70% of clients that were all over the place, we had 30% of that come down. So now we're at our 40% mark, right? Guess what? Now you have extra space for your target audience to come in. So now instead of your target audience being at 30%, now you're gaining more target audience and you're at 60%. So I wouldn't focus too much on trying to knock everybody out at once, but I also wouldn't get discouraged when you start seeing people leave. Because when people start leaving, more people are able to come in who identify what it is that you do. And it's going to help you mentally. Like, it's going to help you stand on the boundaries that you create. You're not going to feel like you're overwhelmed or you're burnt out because you are specific in who you're servicing. So I would definitely suggest that this is what you start with in order to continue building and retain your clientele, in order to keep your mental sanity, and just to find out your price points and where you can go from there, how you can level up on your services. So I really hope that this helps. So I can do another video on pricing for services. If you guys want me to, just let me know, comment below. But I really hope that this video helps, and I really want to put out more content of just me being able to give you guys the knowledge that I have. I'm not saying that I'm perfect. I'm not saying that I know everything, but the things that I do know and the experiences that I have been through, I know that it can help somebody. So if that somebody is you, I'm so glad to help you. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. And guys, if you want more tips, the different ways to diversify your target audience and understand who it is that you are going to be servicing, I have an ebook out. So it is definitely in the description down below if you guys want to check that out. I know that it's going to help you, because if that little section helped you, it's so many more gems in that book that'll be able to help you with your clientele, help you with your customer service, and help build and retain your clientele. So all right, y'all, I said I was out, but now I'm really out. Bye.